Walk alone for 30 days. Your life will never be the same. What if the greatest transformation of your life doesn't begin with finding the right people, but with learning to stand confidently by yourself? Imagine giving yourself just 30 days. 30 days without chasing approval. 30 days without depending on constant validation. 30 days of facing your own thoughts, your own dreams, and your own potential. Those 30 days could change everything. Most people are surrounded by noise every single day. Opinions, expectations, comparisons. Everyone seems to have advice about how you should live, what success should look like, and how quickly you should achieve it. After a while, those voices become so loud that your own voice becomes difficult to hear. Walking alone is not about rejecting people. It is about reconnecting with yourself. When you walk alone, something remarkable happens. You begin noticing things you never had time to see before. You discover habits that have been holding you back. You recognize fears that have been quietly making your decisions. Most importantly, you start meeting the person you've been too busy to know. The first few days may feel uncomfortable. Silence can be intimidating. Without constant distraction, your mind will bring up doubts, regrets, and unanswered questions. Don't run from them. Sit with them. Every difficult conversation you have with yourself is building emotional strength that no one can take away. Growth rarely announces itself with excitement. Sometimes it arrives disguised as loneliness. Sometimes it looks like discipline. Sometimes it feels like taking one more step when nobody is watching. During these 30 days, make promises to yourself and keep them. Wake up when you said you would. Read something that feeds your mind. Exercise your body. Write down your thoughts. Protect your time. Every small promise you keep becomes another brick in the foundation of self-respect. The world often celebrates visible victories, but the greatest victories happen where no audience exists. The decision to stay consistent when nobody applauds you is what separates temporary motivation from lasting character. Walking alone also teaches you the true value of relationships. You stop holding on to people simply because you fear being alone. Instead, you begin choosing connections that bring peace instead of pressure, encouragement instead of competition, honesty instead of convenience. There is incredible freedom in no longer needing everyone to understand your journey. Not every dream requires an audience. Not every goal needs to be announced. Some seeds grow best beneath the surface, before anyone sees the tree. As the days pass, your confidence will stop depending on compliments. Your happiness will stop depending on circumstances. Your decisions will become clearer because they are no longer controlled by the fear of disappointing others. You will also discover that walking alone does not mean staying alone forever. It prepares you to walk beside others without losing yourself. Strong people build strong relationships because they know who they are before they ask someone else to define them. 30 days may seem short, but a single month of intentional living can break years of unhealthy patterns. It can replace excuses with action. It can replace confusion with clarity. It can replace fear with quiet confidence. Every sunrise during those 30 days becomes another opportunity to choose purpose over comfort. Every evening becomes proof that you survived another day by trusting your own strength. One day, you will look back and realize that the hardest part was simply taking the first step. Everything after that became a lesson. Every lonely moment became wisdom. Every challenge became preparation. Every quiet morning became a reminder that your future was being shaped long before the world noticed. So accept this challenge. Walk alone for 30 days. Listen more than you speak. Think more than you react. Build more than you complain. Become more than you were yesterday, because when you finally meet the strongest version of yourself, you will understand that solitude was never your enemy. It was your greatest teacher. And the person waiting for you at the end of those 30 days will be someone you trust, respect, and never want to lose again. Silence reveals your true strength. Have you ever noticed that the loudest battles in life are often fought in complete silence? Not on a stage, not in front of a crowd, but alone. When no one is watching, no one is applauding, and no one is telling you to keep going. Those quiet moments are where ordinary people either give up or discover a strength they never knew they possessed. We live in a world that constantly demands our attention. Every notification, every opinion, every comparison pulls us away from ourselves. We become so busy listening to everyone else that we forget to ask the most important question: what is my own heart trying to tell me? Silence answers that question. Imagine a young woman who dreamed of starting her own business. Every time she shared her idea, someone had a reason why it would fail. Friends doubted her. Relatives warned her. Social media convinced her that everyone else was already ahead. Slowly, she stopped believing in her own vision. One day, exhausted by the noise, she made a decision. She stepped away from the constant opinions. She stopped announcing every plan. Instead, she spent her mornings in silence, learning, planning, and working. Months later, while everyone else was still talking, she was quietly building the future they said was impossible. Her success didn't begin when others believed in her. It began when she finally heard herself. That is the hidden power of silence. It removes the pressure to perform and gives you permission to grow. Think about nature. The tallest trees don't grow overnight. Their deepest roots develop beneath the surface where no one can see them. Before the world admires the height, the tree spends years strengthening what is invisible. Your life works the same way. The quiet days you spend improving yourself may not look impressive to anyone else. Waking up early, reading instead of scrolling, practicing instead of complaining, saving money instead of showing off, saying no to distractions, while everyone else is chasing instant pleasure. These choices are silent, but they are building roots that will support a life of lasting success. Many people fear silence because they mistake it for loneliness. But silence and loneliness are not the same. Loneliness says, you have no one. Silence says, now you can finally hear yourself. There is a difference. In silence, your excuses become impossible to hide. Your dreams become impossible to ignore. You begin to recognize which fears are real and which ones you've created in your own mind. You stop blaming circumstances because there is no audience to impress, only a future to prepare for. History is filled with people who spent long seasons working in obscurity before anyone recognized their greatness. Athletes train for years before standing on a podium. Musicians practice countless hours before stepping onto a stage. Skilled craftsmen repeat the same movements thousands of times before creating a masterpiece. The applause comes later. The discipline comes first. Your own life deserves the same commitment. Instead of asking, why is nobody noticing me? Ask, who am I becoming while nobody is watching? That single question can change your future. Use silence as your classroom. Let it teach you patience when results are slow. Let it teach you courage when fear whispers that you should quit. Let it teach you discipline when comfort tries to steal another day from your dreams. When you create moments of quiet every day, even 15 minutes without distractions, you begin to sharpen your thinking. Your decisions become wiser. Your emotions become steadier. Your confidence no longer depends on praise because it is built on progress, not popularity. One day, people may admire your success, but they will never fully see the silent mornings, the difficult decisions, the private tears, and the countless moments when you chose growth over comfort. Those unseen moments are the real story. So don't be afraid of silence. Welcome it, protect it, grow inside it, because the strongest version of you is not created by the noise of the world. It is forged in the quiet moments when you decide that your purpose is louder than your fear. Remember this, when the world grows quiet, your true strength finally finds its voice. Build yourself before seeking others. What if the biggest reason you're still waiting for your breakthrough is not because the right people haven't entered your life, but because you haven't fully become the person you're meant to be? Think about that for a moment. So many people spend years searching for the perfect mentor, the perfect friend, the perfect partner, the perfect opportunity, or the perfect team. They believe that someone else will unlock their future. But the truth is, no relationship can replace the work you must first do on yourself. The strongest buildings are never judged by how beautiful they look from the outside. They are judged by the strength of the foundation beneath them. If the foundation is weak, even the most impressive structure will eventually collapse. Your character is that foundation. Imagine a young man who dreamed of becoming a leader. He wanted respect. He wanted people to trust him, but he struggled with discipline. He was often late, gave up easily, and blamed others whenever things went wrong. Instead of improving himself, he kept wondering why nobody believed in him. One day, he stopped asking, why won't people follow me? And started asking, would I follow someone like me? That question changed his life. He began waking up earlier. He kept his promises. He learned new skills. He listened more than he spoke. He became dependable even when no one noticed. Months passed before anyone complimented him, but something far more valuable had already happened. He had earned his own respect, and once he respected himself, others naturally began to respect him too. This is one of life's greatest lessons. The world often reflects what you consistently become. If you want trustworthy friends, become trustworthy first. If you want encouragement, become someone who encourages others. If you want opportunities, become prepared enough to recognize them when they arrive. Too many people focus on attracting success while ignoring the habits that sustain it. They chase the spotlight without building the skills required to stay there. They want confidence without facing discomfort. They want victory without embracing discipline. But life doesn't reward wishes. It rewards preparation. Think of an athlete before a championship. The audience only sees the final performance, but they never witness the early mornings, the exhausting practices, the failures, or the sacrifices. The trophy is simply the visible result of invisible work. Your future works the same way. Every book you read expands your thinking. Every workout strengthens more than your body. It strengthens your discipline. Every difficult conversation handled with honesty develops your character. Every promise you keep to yourself builds self-trust. These small actions may seem ordinary, but together they create an extraordinary life. Building yourself also means learning to be comfortable alone, not because you reject others, but because you refuse to depend on them for your identity. When your happiness depends entirely on someone else's approval, your confidence becomes fragile. But when your confidence comes from your values, your effort, and your growth, no criticism can easily shake you. There will always be people who misunderstand your journey. Some will leave, some will doubt you. Some may even laugh. While you're building the life they cannot yet imagine, let them. You are not responsible for convincing everyone. You are responsible for becoming the person your future requires. Spend less time proving your worth and more time increasing it. Invest in your health, strengthen your mind, improve your skills, protect your peace, learn from failure without allowing it to define you. Every day you invest in yourself becomes a gift your future self will one day thank you for. And here's the beautiful truth. When you become stronger, wiser, and more disciplined, you naturally attract better opportunities and healthier relationships. You no longer chase everything that appears exciting because you have developed the wisdom to recognize what truly belongs in your life. So before you search for people to complete your journey, become someone who can confidently walk it alone. Build a life rooted in integrity, resilience, and purpose. The right people won't create your strength. They'll simply recognize the strength you've already built. Never forget, the greatest investment you will ever make is becoming the person your dreams have been waiting for. Discipline grows in solitude. What if the biggest breakthrough in your life doesn't happen on the day you feel inspired, but on the day you choose to keep going without inspiration? That is the moment that separates dreams from reality. Anyone can take action when they are excited. Anyone can work hard when people are cheering. But the person who continues in silence, when motivation has disappeared and nobody is watching, is the person who changes their life forever. Discipline is not born in the spotlight. It grows in solitude. Picture a young athlete preparing for a championship. While others are sleeping, the alarm rings before sunrise. There is no crowd waiting to applaud. No cameras recording the effort. No trophy sitting at the finish line. There is only a choice: stay in bed or get up. Day after day, that athlete chooses the harder path. Long before the medal is won, victory has already begun in those lonely mornings. Life works the same way. The results everyone admires are only the visible reward for thousands of invisible decisions. Too many people wait for motivation before they begin. They tell themselves, "I'll start when I feel ready." But readiness is a moving target. Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. Dreams slowly disappear, not because people lack talent, but because they lack consistent action. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. It asks what you are committed to. Imagine planting a seed in the ground. You water it today, but nothing changes. You water it tomorrow, and still there is no visible growth. Days pass, weeks pass. It would be easy to believe your effort is wasted. But beneath the surface, roots are forming. The tree is preparing for a future that your eyes cannot yet see. Your habits are like those roots. Every book you read, every workout you complete, every distraction you resist, every promise you keep to yourself is strengthening your foundation. The growth may not be visible today, but it is happening. One of the greatest mistakes people make is confusing comfort with happiness. Comfort feels good for a moment. Discipline feels difficult in the moment, but rewarding for a lifetime. The comfort of sleeping longer lasts an hour. The discipline of waking early can transform your future. The comfort of avoiding difficult conversations lasts a day. The discipline of facing problems builds stronger relationships and greater confidence. The comfort of giving up removes today's struggle. The discipline of continuing creates tomorrow's success. That is the difference. Think about the craftsman who spends years mastering a skill. Every mistake teaches precision. Every failure improves technique. Every ordinary day becomes part of an extraordinary future. Excellence is never an accident. It is the product of disciplined repetition. The same principle applies to your own life. If you want confidence, practice courage every day. If you want wisdom, make learning a daily habit. If you want success, become someone who values consistency more than excitement. Don't underestimate small actions. A single page read every day becomes dozens of books. A short walk every morning becomes a healthier body. One positive decision repeated for months becomes a completely different life. You don't need to change everything overnight. You only need to refuse to quit today and then make the same decision tomorrow. There will be mornings when your mind tells you that your effort doesn't matter. There will be evenings when progress feels painfully slow. In those moments, remember that discipline is not measured by how quickly life changes around you. It is measured by how faithfully you continue despite the delay. Every time you choose responsibility over excuses, you become stronger. Every time you choose progress over perfection, you become wiser. Every time you choose action over fear, you become the kind of person who can handle greater opportunities. Eventually, people will see the success. They will notice the confidence. They will admire the results. But they won't see the countless quiet moments when you chose discipline instead of comfort. Those unseen decisions are where your future is truly created. So embrace solitude. Let it become your training ground. Use the quiet hours to sharpen your mind, strengthen your character, and build habits that no challenge can break. Because the life you dream about is not built in occasional moments of inspiration. It is built through daily acts of discipline that nobody else may ever witness. And one day, when your hard work finally speaks for itself, you'll realize that every lonely morning, every difficult choice, and every silent sacrifice was preparing you for the life you once only imagined. Remember this: discipline is the promise you keep to your future, even when your present begs you to quit. 30 days that redefine you. What if the life you've been hoping for is only 30 days away? Not because 30 days can solve every problem, but because 30 days can create a new version of you. A version that thinks differently, acts differently, and refuses to settle for the limits that once held you back. The greatest transformations rarely begin with giant leaps. They begin with one decision, repeated every single day. 30 days. That sounds small. But never underestimate the power of a month lived with purpose. Imagine someone standing at the bottom of a mountain, looking at the peak with doubt. The climb seems impossible. The distance feels overwhelming. But instead of focusing on the entire mountain, they decide to take one step today, then another tomorrow, then another the next day. After 30 days, they may not have reached the summit, but they are no longer standing where they started. They have become stronger, wiser, and far more capable than they were on day one. That is how real change happens. Many people spend years waiting for a dramatic moment to transform their lives. They believe success will arrive with the perfect opportunity, the perfect timing, or the perfect feeling. But life rarely changes in a single moment. It changes through daily choices that seem ordinary until they produce extraordinary results. Think about a man who had fallen into unhealthy routines. Every evening was filled with excuses. Every morning began with regret. He wanted a better life, but wanting alone accomplished nothing. One day, he challenged himself to change just 30 days. He woke up earlier. He exercised for 20 minutes. He read 10 pages of a good book. He wrote down one lesson he learned each day. None of these habits were spectacular on their own, but together they transformed him. After 30 days, his problems had not disappeared, but something more important had happened. He had changed. His confidence grew because he kept promises to himself. His discipline strengthened because he chose action over excuses. His hope returned because he finally had proof that progress was possible. The greatest victory was not external, it was internal. This is the secret many people overlook. Before your circumstances change, your mindset must change. Before your results improve, your habits must improve. Before the world begins to see a different life, you must become a different person. 30 days is enough to break patterns that have quietly controlled your life for years. It is enough to replace endless scrolling with learning. It is enough to replace self-doubt with small daily victories. It is enough to remind yourself that your future is shaped by what you repeatedly do, not by what you occasionally wish for. Don't make the mistake of chasing perfection. Perfection creates pressure. Progress creates momentum. If you miss one day, don't quit. If you make a mistake, don't surrender. If the journey feels slow, don't assume it isn't working. Remember, rivers carve through solid rock, not because they are powerful in a single moment, but because they are persistent over time. Your consistency has the same power. For the next 30 days, speak more kindly to yourself. Protect your mornings. Guard your focus. Learn something new. Move your body. Express gratitude. Spend less time proving yourself to others and more time improving yourself for your own future. You may be surprised by what begins to happen. Your thoughts become clearer, Your energy becomes stronger. Your confidence becomes quieter but more genuine. You stop looking for shortcuts because you finally trust the process. And perhaps the most beautiful change of all is this. You begin believing that the person you dream of becoming is not someone far away. That person is being shaped every single day through the choices you make right now. 30 days will pass whether you use them or not. Time never pauses. The only question is whether those 30 days will leave you with the same excuses or a stronger identity. Choose the stronger identity. Let each sunrise become another chance to improve. Let every evening become evidence that you honored your commitment. One day, you'll look back and realize that what seemed like an ordinary month became the turning point of your entire life. Because transformation doesn't always arrive with fireworks. Sometimes it arrives quietly, one disciplined day at a time, until you suddenly realize you have become someone you once only imagined. Remember this, a single day can inspire you, but 30 days of faithful action can introduce you to a completely new version of yourself.